Hey guys, I'm just going to talk a little bit about different things going on in the news right now and just kind of an overview of what's happening and maybe tell you a little bit about myself. One of the big headlines today was Bill O'Reilly gone from Fox. Bill's gone. I'm not a huge Bill O'Reilly fan, but I can appreciate him for who he is. He didn't hate Trump. He doesn't hate the right. He makes arguments for it. I wouldn't call him the sharpest tool in the shed by no means, but not the worst person on television by a long shot. And Mike Cernovich said this, and I'll give it some credit. He said, the worst thing about it is the media gets another scalp. They think that Bill O'Reilly's a Nazi, even though that many of us on the right or that support Trump or are classical liberals or whatever, we look at Bill O'Reilly as kind of milk toast. But they look at him as a neo-Nazi and they got a scalp. And they did it by exactly how they demonetized our YouTube videos, by attacking the advertisers. Going after the advertisers saying, are you going to support a guy who is accused of sexual harassment? And I'm referring to what I'm going to talk about. It comes from Mike Cernovich. I didn't do a lot of research on Bill O'Reilly. I just heard it on the news, and then I watched a video where Cernovich talked about it. I have no reason to not believe it, so I'm just going by that. I'm letting you know where my evidence is coming from. But anyway, he said that Bill O'Reilly was accused of calling this black girl that worked in his office hot chocolate and grunting at her like a boar. That's, I guess, what her lawyer said, that he didn't talk to her much. He just grunted like a boar and he called her hot chocolate a few times. What's amazing to me is you can literally sue someone for sexual harassment for that. That's sexual harassment. If that's sexual harassment, no one's safe. I mean, I don't even know where the line's at. But anyway, we can probably all agree that no man known to man grunts like a boar. I mean, how stupid is that? There was some analogy cooked up by some lawyers to give people a visual to turn them off against Bill O'Reilly, and it probably worked, he might have coughed or something, who knows what happened. But anyway, according to that, Bill O'Reilly's gone. If I was Bill O'Reilly has all this money, he got paid $20 million a year. He could start his own online media or whatever. He probably won't do it, though. These guys never do, for some reason. These mainstream people just think different than YouTubers. We think of opportunity. Every chance we get to promote our views, to have an effect, we do it. We take it. Risk, But for some reason, these hardline mainstream establishment types never do. And make no mistake, Bill O'Reilly was establishment. Not like Rachel Maddow, but he's establishment. So I wanted to address that a little bit, how Bill O'Reilly, I'm sure he was railroaded. I'm sure he's not innocent. I'm sure he's probably said a few things. Something to get sued over, I doubt it. He's been in this business a long time. He's totally aware of sexual harassment charges. He saw Roger Ailes get canned. I mean, isn't it kind of funny that everyone at Fox gets canned for sexual harassment? I guess it's not hard to get someone in trouble for it if all you have to do is grunt like a boar and you get charged, Sit at your desk and grunt and you get charged for sexual harassment. I mean, what kind of case is that? But anyway, moving on. The other thing I'm going to talk about, Alex Jones. The big story about Alex being fake, that it's just an act. That the deal, I guess his lawyer brought it up because he's in a custody battle with his wife over his kids. I guess he's had them the past couple of years. Now his wife is wanting custody, and she's saying he's unstable, he's crazy. And his lawyer said, well, this is an act. This is what he does for a living. And then people publish, I believe Salon had an article, and maybe several others, saying that, look, Jones is a liar. Jones is fake. He just admitted it. And we all know that that's the most ignorant argument you could possibly make, because he's defending himself in court to try to keep custody of his children. Of course, part of what he does is an act. Styx, Hex, and Hammer did a video on this, did a great job. I suggest that you look at it, because he talked about, of course, he makes an argument that it's an act. I'm not insane. You know, I believe what I speak, and I put on an act to bring attention to myself, to subscribers, viewers. He's a businessman, first and foremost a businessman, multi-million-dollar business. Of course, he has strategy. That's just natural. If he wouldn't have a multi-million-dollar industry or business. He just wouldn't. But I'm not going to spend much time on that. But keep moving on. I heard another argument about North Korea, that Trump said we send a mass armada of ships over to North Korea to threaten them, and then the media says no, he didn't, and thinks he's an idiot, you know, about that. And I want to refer back. Trump uses hyperbole, and he also never exposes his true intentions. He always criticized Obama for exposing his military or tactical plan ahead of time to gave the enemy a warning. So Trump is always going to try to fool you. Trump has shown us, everyone's called him a buffoon, an idiot, and all this stuff, but he has shown us that he's very intelligent. He's proven it. He got elected president. And people went crazy about the Syria thing. I went crazy about the Syria thing. I was livid. But has it affected him? What's happened of it? Nothing. Because I believe that he is very aware of what's going on around him, and he made sure that nothing came of that. It was a statement. It helped him in some ways. No one can argue that it didn't give him support from the media and the neocons, even though we don't want him to have support from them. But it still, it didn't hurt him there. It hurt him on his main base, but people are going to forget because he's not going to carry it on. It's not going to go anywhere. It was just a statement. North Korea, you know, I still don't think we can allow that little fat dictator to get nuclear capabilities. I mean, I believe that's dangerous. I believe we must stop him one way or another, preferably through China. Let them deal with it. We don't want to be involved. It's their problem. But that being said, I'm not too harsh on anything done against North Korea at this time. I don't see a possibility of that turning out favorably if someone doesn't interfere. And that's about all for tonight.